coming out. Should just be Dani struggling to make cookies. So I can fit about about 8. Hi everyone, it's Dani, and today we are going to be making cookies with chocolate chips and butterscotch chips in them. So let's get started. Before we do anything else, we are going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Okay, so to make these cookies, here's what you're gonna need. Flour, granulated sugar, brown sugar, vanilla, baking soda, salt, salted butter, eggs, chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, a mixing bowl, a spatula, a stand mixer, and then some measuring equipment. Okay, so we're gonna start by mixing up our dry ingredients. So for our dry ingredients, we're gonna put together 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now that we have our dry ingredients in the bowl, I'm just gonna give that a little bit of a mix, just to make sure it's all incorporated. We're gonna set that to the side. Okay. Now that we have preheated our oven to 375 degrees and we've mixed our flour, baking soda, and salt, we are going to start with our stand mixer. So next we're going to put 2 sticks of salted butter into our stand mixer. Next we're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. Now you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. You're now going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now that that's all in the mixer, you're going to mix until creamy. First you have to plug it in, and then you can mix until creamy. Once the mixture is all combined and look like this, you're ready to move on to the next step. The next step is we're going to add our eggs one at a time and beat well after each addition of the eggs. We're only using 2 eggs. You preferably want them at room temperature. After adding in our eggs, we're going to grab our flour mixture from before and we're going to add it in. I add it in about 1/2 cup at a time, making sure to mix after you add so it's fully incorporated. Let's go. Once the flour is completely incorporated into the dough, you can stop mixing, unplug your mixer. You do not need it anymore. This is what the dough should look like at this point. Next, we're going to add in some chocolate chips. Okay, so now you want to make sure you scrape all the dough off of here and make sure it's all in the bowl before you add in anything. Now take this off. You can either put this in the sink or wash it, or save it later to eat. Okay, so now we can take our bowl off of the stand mixer and move this to the side here. Now we have our bowl of dough. Make sure that everything it's now time to add in our chocolate chips and our butterscotch chips. I know traditionally people just do regular chocolate chip cookies, but in my family we like to do half chocolate chips and half butterscotch chips. So I do about a half bag of each. Now that everything is in there, you're just gonna use a spatula and mix it together until all the chips are evenly incorporated. This is what your dough is gonna look like, all incorporated. So we have our tray here. We put a piece of parchment paper down. We're gonna take our mini scoop. We are going to take a scoop of dough, like this much. Put it down on the pan. I can put about 8 on a tray, making sure that they're far enough apart that when they spread, they will not combine. So once these are all on, I'm just going to push them down a little bit to make sure that they make a good shape. These are going to go in the oven for about 9 to 11 minutes. Or until they're golden brown. So I'll see you then. They're almost ready. So when you take them out of the oven, they should look like this with the edges being golden brown. And I'm gonna let them cool for a little bit before putting them on a wire rack. And I put another set in the oven. After they've cooled down for a couple minutes, just take your spatula and move them on a wire rack to cool more. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and feel free to send me pictures or your thoughts on how your cookies turned out. Have fun!